Ryan Jennings from the Wayne County Community Foundation, and I'm here to tell you about NEPA Gives Day on June 5th of 2020. We're excited to be able to offer a one-day giving day online at nepagives.org, and you can support Wayne County nonprofits as well as Pike County nonprofits. Nonprofits are experiencing a really big struggle, just like we all are, small businesses, large businesses across the country, but nonprofits are running just like those businesses, and they're trying to serve their communities. And right now they're missing out on fundraisers, they're missing out on earned revenue of events and programs that they offer to our community because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Nonprofits, they strategize and think all year round about how to fundraise for their organizations. Many of them do email campaigns and sending out letters, but a lot of nonprofits, their big fundraiser of the year is a gala or a run or all of these different activities, parties that we can't do right now. So nonprofits really need to pivot and strategize in a different way. And NEPA Gives Day on June 5th of this year is a great way to start with that. No gift is too small, no gift is definitely not too big. Giving is super easy. You just go to nepagives.org. And you can do that from your phone, from your computer, and you can make a donation to multiple nonprofits if you'd like, or just one with your credit card. Please go on nepagives.org to support your favorite nonprofit. There are nonprofits across Northeastern Pennsylvania that serve our community, and we want to make sure they're here after the COVID-19 pandemic is over.
And welcome to the virtual tour of the Indraloka Animal Sanctuary in Dalton, Pennsylvania. Right now you're seeing some rescued cows who will spend the rest of their lives here at Indraloka, grazing away like you're seeing now, with lots of beautiful pastures and plenty of fields to roam around and explore. Let's go meet some of the animals today. As you can see, they're really hard at work grazing right now. They're really excited about the grass this time of year because they've been on hay all winter. So for the past few weeks, as the new grasses have been growing in, they have been extremely excited. And as you can see, all the new facilities we have as part of our tour. We've got a new 100-acre property here in Dalton, give the animals plenty of room to graze and roam. We've got some new barns to make sure they have everything they need, protection from the elements and all that comes with that. We have another little animal barn, big animal barn over here. And so we'll take you around and show you each little part. This is Nandi. He's really enjoying the tall grasses here on this warm day. It's a beautiful picture of the animals. You can see them living free and happy and peaceful, not a care in the world. There's nothing required of them here. They just do whatever they need to do each day, and we make sure that they have whatever they need. We check the animals regularly for any problems they might have. We give them routine checkups just to see, to prevent anything that might happen, or they have a bump or a cut or a limp or a scrape or something going on, we try to take care of it as soon as we can. So this is Rupert. Rupert was actually found by a teenage girl in the middle of the road when he was just a couple days old. And she scooped him up and took him home and took care of him for a little while, and then contacted us. And now Rupert's here living in freedom for the rest of his life. That's such a cool thing. It's really a rare glimpse you're getting to see, because a free cow, a rescued cow, is not a very common thing to see. There aren't too many around. So it's kind of cool to know exactly what it is you're seeing here. And you can really get an appreciation for it. Just like when a dog or a cat gets a new home from being rescued, and they really appreciate it and remember what happened. And Same with these animals. They really enjoy the peace that they now have. This is Mookie. Mookie came to us as skin and bone little calf too. He was having a hard time at a farm, and 2,000 pounds and 7 years later, he's still here, enjoying his freedom, where he'll spend the rest of his life with the rest of his cow friends, grazing around the pastures of Indraloka Animal Sanctuary. Right, buddy? Good. Look at these beautiful tall, all this clover. You guys loving it. Look at that. Yeah, so this is Houdini. He's kind of the protector of the herd. He's 13 years old, and the height from the ground to his back, right here where my finger is 7 feet. So you can kind of get an appreciation for his size. And here comes Mookie. He's cruising through. Yep. All right, let's go out and see who else is around here. As a herd, there are about 3 or 4 different species of cows here, but they all have become one herd, and they stick together and watch out for each other, even though they're well protected here at the sanctuary. This is Lakshma. Beautiful picture of all the flowers, and they eat the flowers too. They love the dandelions and the buttercups and all the little things that grow, and they eat it all. So this is a chance for you to get to see the grounds here. And this is D-Raj. He's on the move for some nicer grasses. They just like deer. They're more like wild animals. They taste a little bit, sample something good that they smell, and they move on like that. And they sample something else, and they move on. So they're really actually more like wild cows than even a farm cow would be able to be. So that's pretty cool. Over here's Nandi and Nanda hanging out together. We got a little bit of shade just now too. The clouds came in, so it's a really nice break from the heat. So the cows immediately came out of the barn where they were seeking shelter from the sun once the clouds came out. And the flies aren't too bad either. So look at all these nice grasses you get. You like that? See how they swipe their tongue when they graze? They give a quick taste what's nearby, and then they can decide if it's something they want to bite on or not. So that little sweep of the tongue, you can see there. There it is. That's how they do it. And they don't pull the grass out by the roots. They know just how to tear it off just so it'll grow back again, and they don't want to pull anything up or get any dirt in their mouth. So they're really experienced, perfect grazers. Let's keep moving on in our little cinematic journey of Indraloka's animals. This is Rachel over here. She's chilling. As you can see, we have some of our goats looking on in the background, and we'll get over there in a minute. Just want to give you a good look at the beautiful cows here at Indraloka, as well as the other animals. It's so beautiful just seeing them out, just looking at them grazing and content and knowing that they're safe. And since we can't have any visitors right now, it's really a pleasure for us to be able to bring them to you, and you can get a glimpse in real time to see what they do with their daily lives, what they do with their moments. Let's go see Jimmy and Gus, 2 beautiful cows. And Gus is a Scottish Highlander. Her favorite thing to do is sit outside in the absolute coldest weather possible and let snow and ice build up on her fur, because she loves the cold. Animals have a lot easier time in the cold, the big animals anyway, than they do with the hot weather in the summer. It's tougher for them with the flies and the heat. So winter they actually love. It looks like they're enjoying the spring here too. This is Jimmy, little Jimmy boy. He's only about 3, almost 4 years old, healthy. And Gus, on the other hand, right here is 13 years old. She's been at Indraloka for over 10 years. So she's been living the vast majority of her life as a free cow. So beautiful. There's a good screenshot for you. Nice photogenic cows, just doing what cows do. All right, let's keep moving. Got lots to see, lots to see. Okay, we're gonna cruise over here to our other barn, number 2. And we shall see who's active. And then we'll all be at one location. This barn that you're about to see was designed with rescued farm animals in mind. So it's a one-of-a-kind barn. And I believe I see our sheep flock hanging out outside. Such a perfect day for grazing. As you can see, they have plenty of room and pastures to graze and roam like the other animals. They love sitting under those trees for shade. It is hot today, but I know they're going to graze for a little while, and then they're going to probably go back inside and get out of the heat. But for now, there's so much new good grass. See, they've grazed this pasture down pretty good if compared to where the cows were just doing. And so they're really enjoying that too. You can see they kind of graze systematically as a team, and they really cover an area really well as they move through. They're very efficient, and almost like a lawnmower cut this grass. Look at that. It's absolutely perfect. So this is what the sheep spend their days doing. Rescued sheep, not a care in the world. All the grass they need, all the shade they need, and they get checked up. Now this flock is a little on the old side. Most of these sheep here are about 10 years old. So they they need constant care and checkups to make sure that they're doing okay. Check their hooves and keep them cool and shave their wool. Make sure they have everything they need. So as you can see, they're so beautiful the way they hang out together. They stick really close together and protect each other. And they just spend their days between grazing and lounging around and sleeping and taking naps in the shade. So you can see there's a little bit of a breeze here at the sanctuary today, which is great. Keeps the flies down, keeps them nice and cool. And yeah, you can see there's their barn right there, so they have the freedom to just go inside the barn anytime they want when they're hot. So get some water. There's plenty of cool water in there to drink. So yeah, what a great thing to be able to see a little flock of rescued sheep, a little bit older, living out their life at a sanctuary. Ambassadors for other sheep out there. These guys are the lucky ones. This is Teehee, and that's Dow. That's Maddie. This is Yang. And this is Yin. This is Blinkin over here. And this is Nod over here. And this is Marble right here. Hi, Marble. Grazing away. Love those grasses. Yeah, good boy. You gonna go catch up with everybody? Good. You can just kind of get a sense for the peacefulness of the animals. They know they're safe. They trust me because I take care of them, so they don't really have to run in fear or get afraid. They just act themselves, which is excellent because we get to see how they would act in the wild, or if they were ever to do so, they'd see how they move around and sample things like wild herds do and wild flocks do. This is a pretty neat moment to be able to see them working in unison like this. And when they find a little area where there's some kind of good herb, they all get together on it. And then they just keep trying to find new little things all day long. fresh tastes and smells, and herbs, natural herbs and flowers. They eat dandelions. They go pretty fast. They can cover serious areas. So there you go. That's a nice little visit with our sheep today. Our little flock of 8. And they will eventually work their way around this big pasture. They probably won't be able to keep up with all the grass, so we'll have to rotate the other animals in to help them graze. You can get a sense for the surrounding area. And that's it. So I think we should just go and see who else is available right now. See who else we can find wandering around the sanctuary today. It looks like we have some beautiful goats hanging out. Just like we thought, grazing away. Loving the new grasses that are coming up. This is Heidi. She's like our oldest little goat, and she came to the sanctuary recently last year and was pregnant, which no one knew. And her son, Suku, is here somewhere. Usually we don't have babies at the sanctuary because there's no breeding or anything like that going on. But once in a while we do a rescue where somebody will come pregnant and we will have a baby to raise. So this is sweet little Heidi. And you can see our cows are right there on the other side of the fence, hanging out where we just were. And then we have some more little goats over here. It looks like they're on the move into the little wooded area where they go and they sample all sorts of little things on the trees and new leaves and fruits and berries and all sorts of little things. So this is kind of a little woodsy area that they have. You can see how they might be in the wild, acting, eating, tasting, sampling. This is really nice for them to have this little jungle so they can be wild again. So yeah, we're really blessed to be able to give them this space and this freedom to roam around like wild goats might, and to sample things and just enjoy their life all around. And they do enjoy it. Now these goats are young, so they've come to us recently, so they're all very energetic and they're full of activity and movement and feistiness and mystery, mischief, all sorts of things. Bapu's really liking that tree. And these, you can see they get to kind of play games in the woods, and it's a good opportunity for them. They love their time in the woods. And they can really eat those plants up. It's good to see them. And they're finding little places to go. Being on hay all winter, this is exciting for them because all new, this growth literally just came out in the past week. So, where you going, bud? You go around? You gonna go down through your little tunnel here? Should I follow you? Okay. There's lots of new shoots and different plants coming up all the time. So every time they come back here, it seems like there's something new to eat and smell and find. So yeah, it's nice to be able to bring this to you, where you're seeing rescued goats who are going to live out the rest of their lives here at the sanctuary, acting free and peaceful and being able to just do whatever they want throughout the day and explore. And that they do. Little nibble, move on. Little nibble, move on. They keep going. Yeah. And then later they sometimes even lay under here for shade, and they really like it. They really like it in here. Okay. So let's move on, see who else is around. Heidi's back here all alone by herself. She likes the little break from the boys who are so active. She likes it back here in the peace and quiet. A little bit of alone time. She's really, really sweet. She loves neck scratches and people. She comes right up to you when you visit. So she's loving life. Right, Heidi? Right, Heidi? Go see who else is around today. Now, who is sleeping in these boxes? That looks like a big pig to me. 2 big pigs sleeping the day away. And that's what they like to do. These guys, Duncan and Nugget, they're brothers. They do like to take a lot of naps. They're a little bit older, almost 10 years old. So they do spend a good majority of their time catching up on their rest. As you can see, they're quietly asleep right now. And they love belly rubs, and they love dinner time, and they love visitors. There's that snout. Where's my good boy, huh? He doesn't want to open his eye, but he's looking. Hi, buddy. Where's my good boy? What are you doing, Duncan? Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi, good boy. Oh, wow. We got a yawn. That's big. Some big activity going on in here. Okay, well, I get the hint. I'm boring, but at least you get to see our pigs and their beautiful beds. This barn was designed specifically with rescued farm animals in mind. So everyone has special little bed boxes they can sleep in the winter to keep them warm, and in the summertime to keep them cool. So the sheep you just saw were just in here a little while ago. This is their space. As you can see, it's plenty of space they have. And little beds here. Now the pigs area is right here next to the sheep. And then the goats. So as soon as I left the pig beds, I looked back over the wall and Nugget had come out to take a wallow. So check this out. They dug their own wallow in our clay floor in the barn, which we didn't expect. And because he was hot, he came out for a cooling bath. So I had to share that with you. So again, they surprised me. Duncan and Nugget went outside when I turned my back. And now here's a real quick glimpse of them having one of their first visits outside at the new location. Yeah, it's pretty cool for them. I'm happy for them. As you can see, Mookie and Gus love to graze. They're so happy and peaceful right now. You can just see, their contentment in their eyes. You can see their joy of just being able to do what they do. You can get a real sense of peace from these animals. Right, Mook? Yeah, buddy. Except for the flies. They're a little annoying. But we love the flies too. So it's been a pleasure giving you a brief tour of our sanctuary today. Thank you so much for your interest in these lovely free rescued animals. And I hope you enjoyed the tour. We are located right here in Northeastern Pennsylvania. And when we can have visitors again one day, we're hoping that you'll be able to come by and see the facilities yourself and enjoy these beautiful animals and share in their peace. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. That's a tune called Militia.
Hi, I'm Dolores Everett, and I'm the Council Director for Girls on the Run Pocono. Girls on the Run is a 501c3 national nonprofit organization. Girls on the Run Pocono serves Monroe, Northampton, Pike, Lackawanna, Luzerne, and Wayne counties. Girls on the Run inspires girls in 3rd to 8th grade to be joyful, healthy, and confident. Trained coaches use a research-based curricula, which includes dynamic discussions, activities, and running games. We offered 2 10-week seasons, one in the fall and one in the spring, ending with a celebratory 5K event. We are asking for donations towards our scholarship program. This will help ensure that all girls are able to join in our life-changing program. More now than ever, girls need a safe, positive, and compassionate support system. Due to the pandemic, we had to cancel our spring season. This resulted in us having to refund over $17,000 in program fees. We also had to cancel all of our major fundraising opportunities. We need you to help us so we can assure we can continue to serve as many girls no matter what their financial situation is. Thank you for considering Girls on the Run Pocono as your donation.
Friends, this is a time of great challenge in our world. Our prayers are with you and your families, and especially with those who are personally impacted by the spread of the coronavirus. While we are all facing difficulties as a result of the global health emergency, I'm encouraged to see so many of our good people who continue to reach out in support of our families, our neighbors, and our community. The COVID-19 pandemic has posed significant financial challenges for our parishes, kitchens, food pantries, shelters, and Catholic schools. To help provide for those most in need, I've established the Coronavirus Emergency Fund. Your kind generosity will help ensure that our parishes and ministries remain strong in service to those who are most in need. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity, and may God bless you and your family and keep you safe.
Hi, I'm Congressman Matt Cartwright, and I want to say thank you to the Scranton Area Community Foundation for inviting me to be a part of NEPA Gives. Over the past several months, we've seen remarkable acts of solidarity within our local communities. In the face of this COVID-19 crisis, we've supported causes across the region. We've worked together to help flatten the curve. We've provided resources to our friends and our neighbors. We've done our part for the greater good. But it's so important that we don't let that momentum waver for helping those around us. There's still such great need across the United States and right here at home in Northeastern Pennsylvania. We've seen how nonprofits are essential to the heartbeat of our communities here at home. Many of the organizations seeking support serve vulnerable populations and address concerns such as food insecurity, homelessness, health care, and a lot more. During this coronavirus pandemic, these nonprofits have provided invaluable support for people experiencing hardship. But the nonprofit umbrella is large and wide. There are local organizations that enrich our lives, provide spaces for people to gather, and educate our children as well. They include cultural institutions like theaters and museums, public libraries, community centers, and environmental education and preservation organizations. You know, many of these institutions have been adversely affected by COVID-19 and the cancellation of many in-person events and programs. But by showing our support, we can ensure they'll continue to thrive during this terrible time and for a long time to come. I know we all want to be able to do things like visit the birds at the Everhart Museum, attend a play at the Kirby Center, host an event at the Cooperage Project when it's safe to do so. So, we have to take action and support these organizations now. I'm so proud of the strong sense of community we have right here in Northeastern Pennsylvania. We've demonstrated time and time again that we're at our best when we support each other. So I'm here to say, I applaud the Scranton Area Community Foundation, the Luzerne Foundation, the Wayne County Community Foundation, the Greater Pike Community Foundation, and the Northeastern Pennsylvania Nonprofit and Community Assistance Center. Thank you all for sponsoring such an important event. Thank you for investing in Northeastern Pennsylvania. The work you do helps make Northeastern Pennsylvania a vibrant place to live and work. I'm optimistic about our future because of the generosity and support of people like you and the organizations receiving our donations. Thank you all so much.
The vision of the Brain Injury Association is a world in which people with brain injuries are leading fulfilling lives, participating in their communities. The mission of the Brain Injury Association of Pennsylvania is to foster a community of education, advocacy, supports, and research to maximize the quality of life for those with brain injuries and their families. Pennsylvania is an affiliate of the Brain Injury Association of America. BIAPA is directed by a group of committed volunteers and a staff of part-time professionals. BIAPA's Brain Injury Resource Line is staffed by volunteers who are able to provide information about resources that may be of help to people with brain injury or their family. Visit BIAPA.org for more information on programs such as the annual conference, application assistance, brain safety fairs, education and training, school re-entry, brain steps, and the statewide support group listing.
We always say home matters, and home matters to each of us in different ways, but it all comes back to having your own space, that place that you can come back to at the end of a work day or at the end of a trip. And I think everybody deserves their own home, their own place. It's just that space that grounds us. NeighborWorks Northeastern Pennsylvania has been around for over 35 years, serving our neighbors and our neighborhoods. We work in neighborhood revitalization work, home ownership promotion, home ownership preservation through home repair and foreclosure prevention. So all sorts of programs and services to serve the neighbors in our neighborhoods who need that helping hand.
As senior citizens, we're limited. You're limited on your income, you're limited on your abilities, and you just can't do it. You know, you die because you want it. We're used to doing all our lives, and here we are stuck. You can't do it. So it's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Nobody wants to leave their home, and nobody wants to go into a nursing home or an assisted living facility. So things like putting in new windows or a new roof or fixing the bathroom, if it's something that's just out of that person's budget, they only have 1 or 2 barriers keeping them from staying in their home, we'd like to go and address those barriers and make their home safer for them.
Many of our seniors are really the underpinning, the fabric of these neighborhoods in Northeastern Pennsylvania, and however we can keep them there so that they can contribute to these neighborhoods that they've invested in so long, and we can invest back in them. That's one of our goals.
I really can't tell you how I appreciate it. We were so cold in the wintertime, putting the blanket up and raising the heat, putting sweaters and blankets, and really cold. And then this winter, this house was so nice and warm, and I wouldn't have been, I don't know what we would have done.
The Homebuyer Workshop is set up to help someone understand how to buy a home from beginning to end, whether it's sitting down and working with a lender all the way down to the moment that you sign the paperwork. We make sure to incorporate guest speakers that have a role in every process, so that way people get the hands-on knowledge from the experts to be able to better understand what the process is and what it takes to work towards owning a home.
I needed extra help to get me over that goal line with the help of a program, to learn about how to clamp your credit, home insurance, what to look for a lawyer. With the help of NeighborWorks, I'm able to buy my first new home.
In our financial coaching program, we help people who have problems with their credit and who need to learn how to save and who need to learn how to budget. And so we have a staff member who really walks them through all of those processes to help them achieve long-term financial goals. Really, our goal is to help people leverage their education and their information that we provide them into financial stability.
One of our new programs is called Project PAR. Project PAR stands for Property Acquisition and Rehab, and that's where we come into a neighborhood or a community. We find a blighted house in that neighborhood that's bringing all of the others down. We come through with a plan on how to redevelop it and rehab it. We put it back on the market and we resell it to another family or individual.
A program like this really looks at that property that needs some attention and invests in it. And what that does is increases property values for the surrounding neighbors. It improves the neighborhood as a whole.
Neighborhood revitalization can take a variety of forms, everything from some of the housing work that we're doing to addressing issues with blight. That could be deteriorating properties, could be vacant lots that are maintained. It could be economic development, business development. It could be arts and culture. We've done murals. We've worked in neighborhoods to improve all different facets of life.
We do this through pulling together neighbors and other organizations and other folks that we can help facilitate a larger planning effort that focus on making that place better.
Strong neighborhoods lead to strong communities, and that's what we strive to focus on. Anything from rehabbing a home to outreach into the different neighborhoods. We do a Light the Town project where we give lights to different neighborhoods to paint the town, where we go into a neighborhood and we'll do painting to different types of first-time home buyer programs. So anything that's focused on community and neighborhood rebuilding.
Every human being wants to make a difference. They all want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. There's tons of opportunities at NeighborWorks to step up to the plate anytime and get involved in a project that we have going on.
Once you get started and you meet everybody, it's great, and it's a great opportunity, and it's great to know that you're doing something for people who need it.
It's an organization that focuses on community and home. It doesn't just focus on one specific type of person. It doesn't matter who you are, you can get services through NeighborWorks.
Rebuilding communities is really what they do at a grassroots level. They're not afraid to just get in there, talk to neighbors, talk to the community, ask what's important to them, and how they can improve upon their environment, and then NeighborWorks is able to fill that need.
We don't want to be an organization that comes into a neighborhood, tells the neighbors what we're going to do to improve their community, and then we do that for them. We'd rather come into a community, into a neighborhood, find out from the residents what their concerns and their issues are, and then determine what we as an organization can do to help them address those issues.
It's such a great job to sit down and work with someone and guide them and share information and educate them and empower them to work towards the goals that they've always wanted to have and always wanted to reach, but just didn't know how to overcome those barriers and those obstacles that face everyone every day.
I feel like it is benefiting people in this community in ways that you can't even imagine. They feel differently about the place that they live. They wake up with just a renewed energy about the place that they call home. And to see that, to see a house transformed, to see people's lives being changed, that's why I do what I do.
It's very life-giving. It fills my soul with enthusiasm. And I'm a joyful person, but NeighborWorks really is the heart and soul of my joy.
When we help someone purchase their first home, when we help someone stay in their home if they're facing a situation that's going to force them out of it, it's something that makes us feel great, because we know that we're investing in that person's lives, and they're going to turn around and pay that forward. They're going to invest in their neighborhood, and that's important to us, that we have this impact in the community that's really facilitating people being the best neighbor they can be and investing that forward.
Careers start here.
Careers start here.
Careers start here at Keystone College.
Close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me.
A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
For the world we're gonna make.
Every year, thousands of people are positively impacted by the good work the United Neighborhood Centers of Northeastern Pennsylvania does throughout the community. We help struggling families and individuals in crisis situations by providing food, clothing, housing, and utility assistance. We offer programs for children and teens, opportunities for older adults to age well and independently, English as a second language, and adult literacy classes for new immigrants, and we lead neighborhood revitalization projects like the one in South Scranton. With everything we do, UNC has a common goal: to improve and empower the lives of residents in Northeastern Pennsylvania. Throughout its 97-year history, UNC has helped our community weather various crises. Today, we are faced with the COVID-19 pandemic. Like those hardships that came before, UNC is committed to helping our neighbors withstand this crisis and emerge empowered through our many programs and services. Over the last few months, UNC has distributed 4,000 bags of food to those in need, provided take-home meals to over 300 seniors each week, conducted health and wellness check-ins on older adults, provided telehealth counseling to those struggling with mental health challenges, and transitioned our youth programs and family literacy and ESL classes online and to other means of remote learning. All of this couldn't happen without you. It is through the generosity of those in our community that have made our programs and services possible in the past, and it is with your help that we will continue to meet the needs of every neighbor who needs a hand.
Hello, my name is Amy Lavati Belcher, and I have been a board member at United Neighborhood Centers for probably about 10 years or so now. This is my son Matthew, and what has always impressed me about the board at United Neighborhood Centers and the work that United Neighborhood Centers does is how many areas of the community that they do serve. As a parent, I especially appreciate the work that they do with children and families. So if you can support United Neighborhood Centers in any way, please do so today on this day of giving. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
I love NEPA.
I love NEPA.
I love NEPA. I love Northeastern Pennsylvania because of everything that it offers.
There's just so much to do.
Whether it's hiking trails, mountains, skiing, hanging at a lake.
Snowboarding, canoeing, fishing, golfing.
Why live anywhere else?
I love NEPA.
One thing that NEPA has is the seasons and being able to see the gorgeous white mountains, go to the colorful flowers in the spring, and just that change. I like that. It doesn't get stale.
I love NEPA. Fall weather.
You look at the leaves, the mountains up here in NEPA, it's beautiful.
I love NEPA because of how green it gets in the summer. I worked for a year where everything was brown, and at the end of that year, I just could not wait to get home and finally see something that was green.
I live in Northeastern Pennsylvania because, look at this. Where else do you get this?
The thing I love about being in Northeast Pennsylvania is the ability to go out and be one-on-one with nature.
What I love most about Northeastern Pennsylvania is the beauty, whether it's lakes, whether it's mountains, the leaves in the fall. What isn't there to love about Northeastern Pennsylvania?
I love NEPA.
I love NEPA food.
I think it's a culinary scene that's just really taken off.
I love the growing support for agriculture and food and the restaurants.
I love NEPA because of all the great pizza.
It's really hard to pick one good pizza place because there are so many.
We have the most mom and pop businesses anywhere. Old Forge has pizza, Scranton has cheesesteaks.
You can go drive around and you'll try 25 different types of food. And that's what's great about this area.
I love NEPA first and foremost for its people.
We're a wild and crazy bunch. They're warm, genuine people in this area.
This is a great place rich in history, tradition.
I love the close connection of the neighborhoods.
I love NEPA because of the relationships that people are able to make with one another. In a large city, it's easy to get lost. And here, it's not. People are supportive of one another and care about the success of community members.
The people have huge hearts. We are family, we are community, and we do take pride in this wonderful area called Northeastern Pennsylvania.
I love NEPA.
Rediscover home.
Rediscover home.
Rediscover home.
Discover.
Rediscover home. Discover NEPA.